Hello and welcome back to Everything Tumbler Tutorials. My name is Rebecca Eska and I'm a Tumbler creator. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a cute little glitter brick wall using cardstock. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a really pretty brick wall using glitter cardstock. Sometimes we don't always want to mess with glitters, and this is super quick and super easy. I'm just going to use Mod Podge, and I've already cut out my brick squares that I wanted to use, or in this case rectangles maybe, and they are 3 inches wide, long, by 1 inch in height. All of them were cut exactly the same, and I'm just going to use the Mod Podge, putting it onto the tumbler as well as on the back of the card to help me apply it down. Then you want to just hold it and count to some odd seconds, and when it sticks, I promise you, it sticks. So for me, this was just a fun little experiment that I actually just tried and tested, and I was super delighted. And even under the epoxy, this cardstock really shines like legit glitter. It's glitter cardstock. It didn't dull it down or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. We're just going to start off with the pattern, and I went silver, so light, light, dark. And once you get the first wrap around the cup, you can really start to follow the pattern that you're going to set for yourself. I also want to mention that I am using an already white sublimated tumbler that I get from AB Designs. That link will be down in the description for you below. I'm pretty sure the glitter cardstock I may or may not have ordered on Amazon. Certainly you can pick up cardstock from anywhere, Walmart, Michael's Craft Store. You might even find it at the dollar store. But just get your hands on some glitter cardstock. This is super fun and it's super easy to do. I did use my Cricut to cut all of my bricks out just to make things easy and to make sure everything was identically in size. So when I got down here at the very, very bottom, I just had to cut it less than half of the width of the 3 inches. I don't know exactly what it was, but per the cup that you're using, you could just kind of mathematically figure that out. And I just didn't want to leave this one big white bottom end section. So clearly it's going to look as though that the bricks are continuing. I did not spray paint this tumbler. I left just the regular sublimation that was already on there, and then given the illusion, of course, from the tumbler, the white stripes coming in between the brick, if that makes sense. Also, because I'm using Mod Podge, which we all know is a glue, try to keep your hands clean throughout the entire process, and this way you don't contaminate each brick as you get ready to place the new one. I found it to be just much easier just to clean and get that glued residue off of your fingers as you move forward in the process of the tumbler. Once you've finished placing all of your bricks throughout the tumbler, we're just going to go ahead and let the Mod Podge dry pretty thoroughly for at least an hour just to be sure, and then we can go right into epoxy. This did not need to be sealed at all. So I had a little fun guessing game, which I enjoyed, I think, as much as you guys did, to guess how many stickers I applied on my sticker bomb tutorial. And if you haven't seen it, head over there and check it out. It was about, I think, 2 weeks ago. By the time this actually gets launched onto YouTube, it will probably have been 2 weeks by now. But I want to congratulate Kathleen Brown for guessing the number 34 when the stickers used was 38. I had 2 people, a young lady named Sue and Kathleen, that both guessed 34, but Kathleen Brown guessed number 34 first, and she guessed super close without going over. So congratulations, Kathleen Brown. Make sure, if we haven't already hooked up, that we get hooked up so that I can send you your brand new tumbler. Congratulations. So now that our tumbler is fully dried, we're ready to move on. And I am so excited that Counterculture DIY, their fast turbo set, has finally been launched. It is ready for delivery. If you do not have it, get your hands on it. 1 hour cure time, no joke. You're going to want to mix this part A and part B just as you would any other epoxy, stirring at least 3 to 4 minutes and then applying to your tumbler. As always, make sure you use a heat torch to pop any bubbles that you may or may not be able to see. So though the tumbler is touchable in 1 hour, I would wait at least 30 minutes to maybe 45 just to be absolute certain before you place any tape or decals of any kind, just in case, because sometimes I've been in the situation where you think that your epoxy is cured and then you want to rip up the decal because you don't like it, and then it pulls the epoxy with it. So just give it a little bit more of a cushion just to be safe. So I want to say about right at the 30-40 minute mark, I decided I'm going to go in with this decal. These are new decals from AB Designs that are birth month flowers. And of course I chose every month that was available except for mine, which is in June. So I decided that I really loved the way that this looked, just with just the black outline on its own. Even though I didn't have my birth month, it's totally okay. I'll make sure that I have the link down for the description, in the description for you guys below. So I did choose this with the white ink backing just so that those flowers were going to be pretty predominant, and it looks amazing. And I didn't want to do your everyday graffiti wall. So once I had that placed, I decided I was going to go in with the bottom and go ahead and paint it black, because that other purple I used just didn't really do it for me, and it didn't really match that well. So I thought the black bottom with the black florals was spot on. So I'm going to let this bottom end dry for several hours, if not overnight, and then we're going to go back in with, you guessed it, the Turbo Fast Set from Counterculture DIY for this tumbler's final coat. So for my final coat, obviously I did not need to add in any glitter additive, as I have enough sparkle at this point. So now we're just going to go ahead and apply our final coat, and you can use Artist Resin from CCDIY, and or in this case I'm going to use the Turbo Fast Set. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and use my heat torch to pop any bubbles that I may or may not be able to see. And that's it for this tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if so, please don't forget to hit that like button, give me a comment down below and let me know what you thought of this tutorial. And also a huge congratulations to Kathleen Brown on the #1 guess for 34, and the number was 38, and you guessed under without going over. A shout out and a huge thank you to everyone who played along. I can't wait to see what the next game's going to be, so stick around to find out. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.